Hey guys, welcome to Gods Unchained with the Professor. I am joined here today by FakeMews. How are you doing, FakeMews?
I am doing absolutely great. I have ventured into Diamond right before the start of Weekend Ranked, and I am going to be grinding that all tonight.
Wow, sounds like a task is laid before you. I myself found myself there, but just real quick before we go into some more details on this, wanted to give everyone an overview. So this is just a little conversational piece between myself and FakeMews, just things about what's been going on with Gods Unchained recently. Perfect tie-in. So tell us a little more about your dip into Diamond. Was it perchance related to the release of the Band of the Wolf expansion set?
Yes, yes. So basically, when a new expansion comes out, I like to theory craft. And sometimes when you theory craft, you come up with really bad ideas. Today, I had really bad ideas and got punished for it. This will come down to a prediction I'll leave for the chat at the end of this broadcast. Some general advice for everyone coming into a weekend ranked with a blank set slate, completely new metagame, and we don't know what to expect.
Yeah, definitely. Big news with the expansion set releasing a little over 24 hours ago. Today's the 30th, came out on the 29th. I think besides yourself, many others, including myself, were trying out new decks. I myself deranked quite a bit, but I don't know if I'll be grinding all night as you're trying to do. Back to Mythic, I think I'm at peace at Diamond or maybe even lower weekend rank pricing. Even though this week is actually this week's a big pricing full pool for the weekend rank, right?
Yeah, if you get a prize that correlates to a one expansion legendary pack for Mortal Judgment, which right now usually has a $2 or $3 card, you get not one but two Band of the Wolf expansion packs, which are valued right at around $8, and they are selling like hotcakes right now. So that is pretty close to true value. So definitely a much bigger weekend rank than we've had pretty much since Light's Verdict or Winter Wonderlands.
Okay. So maybe I might be trying to grind with two here, but okay. Well, that's good to know. I think a lot of us have been sort of burnt out with the Mortal Judgment packs. So let's transition a little bit to the Band of the Wolf expansion set. So it was released recently. Were you surprised that it was a mini set? Were you thinking that it was about time for Mortal Judgment to sort of end its run and something to replace it?
Yeah, I've known for the past couple of months that there was going to be another mini set before the next big set. So, did it come to a surprise to me? No.
Okay.
But I do wish that we had a large scale set to replace Mortal Judgment. It's time for a new meta. It's been almost a year, and we need to move on here. Retire Mortal Judgment and let some upward trajectory for those cards we've worked hard to get happen, because I don't think that they're going to go up until it gets locked.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're just printing cards every week on those, so that's one reason it's probably not going up. Um, so you said you had a little bit of inside knowledge or advanced knowledge on the mini set before a big set. Any leaks about the big set? Like when you think it will be coming out? Any or at least any predictions?
My predictions is, and this is not financial advice. Don't listen to me. If I had to bet money on it, I would say we're 2 to 3 months away.
2 to 3
Um,
months.
but it
Optimistic.
won't be as long as it has been. I think. Yeah, I do think 2 to 3 months is optimistic, but I am optimistic. They want to get Mortal Judgment cycled through. I think this will be the last mini set until new expansion comes out, and I am looking forward to new expansion as well. And also I'm looking forward to Band of the Wolf. There's a lot of interesting things in this mini expansion.
Okay, so you're thinking Band of the Wolf just released. It's gonna be that plus the previous sets and Mortal Judgment for about 3 months from now. So you're talking about mid-year. We're gonna be in the same meta pretty much at best.
Again, with
Okay.
from
Yeah.
this standpoint, I know absolutely nothing. I'm
Yeah.
purely speculating,
Right.
but people love the Fake Muse Media Network, Fox News Media Network with their predictions. So let's just toss a bold one out there, and I would actually take that right now. I know it can come sooner,
Yeah.
but if I could lock in the 2 to 3 month range, I'd lock in that number.
Yeah. I'm actually with you, and I said optimistic because I think 3 months might be a little too early actually. I don't have any inside knowledge or any advanced information here. I'm just guessing, with the whole outsourcing and everything. So I actually, that's why I said optimistic. But 3 months would be good. I'm actually, if you ask me, I'm thinking third quarter. Third quarter being July, August, September. So that would be my guess. But FakeMews is thinking May or June. But we'll see. So with the release of the expansion set, yeah, I heard you had some issues.
Yeah, it was tough. I came into the day wanting to buy 100 packs of the new expansion, 100 booster packs at 7.99 minus the discount, so a little bit over $7 a piece, and was unable to purchase them. Apparently, my wallet is like in incognito mode. For some reason, I'm able to buy off the secondary market pretty easily with lots of success as well,
With the same
but I
wallet.
can't forge and I can't buy packs. I don't understand. It says I'm not linked, and I don't
Oh,
quite understand.
okay.
And
Actually,
but
yeah, go ahead. Continue.
like I probably came out ahead buying on the secondary market. This set has sold, I think, probably beyond expectation for the GU team. So I think that they're very happy about that.
Yeah, okay. So a couple of things that you mentioned. Now that you kind of, I know you kind of gave me a heads up that you had an issue buying packs, but now that I heard you were saying it's related to a linked wallet, I think I might be able to help because I think that happened to me about 4 months ago as well. So it might be an easy fix. Vesper, shout out to Vesper, a mod on the Gods Unchained Discord, and also all over the place with helping out Infinite Mana and Twitch, etc. Vesper gave me a tip, and it worked out for me. So I'll share that with you after FakeMews. But I think basically you send a support ticket, but you specifically ask them to do something with your wallet, whether it's like um, reset it or something. There's something, a keyword that you ask support to do, and it literally takes less than 24 hours, and it should link up automatically.
That would be good to get the forge back up. I did not have patience. I bought the entire set on the secondary market, with exceptions of the craftable legendaries, which are not available on the secondary market at the moment.
Yeah, so if you bought the whole set, did you buy enough copies of the craftable epics, or did you buy shadow versions, or what did you do for the legendaries?
So I bought three. I bought my three favorite cards that I thought were going to be meta relevant. Or did I buy four? I bought three or four. I specifically targeted the ones I thought would be good,
Which ones?
and bought five of those. Let's see here. I can go ahead and look up my wallet.
Oh, you
Master of the Mill, because wait, what's it? Not Master of the Mill, right? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
it can't be Master of the Mill because you gave that a only bad players play that card.
Well, the thing with Master of the Mill
It
is
makes
I
Argus.
love Argus,
Yeah,
because that's one of my top tier ones. That was the
Argus.
highest
Okay.
ranking. So
Yes.
I bought I bought five so I could craft an Argus, and that was how that ended up going. I bought five Spore Light Lanterns because
Mm-hmm.
Gamma is going to be absolutely insane. And the last one I bought was for Village Vendors because the Olympian one, drawing a blank on his name, is very, very intriguing.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I think besides Master of the Mill, last night when I was checking the secondary market, the Lantern and the Village Group or whatever those were two of the higher priced epics. So I think a lot of people were in tune with you in terms of which legendary they
Yeah,
wanted.
I'm kind of out on my own on Master of the Mill, or not Master of the Mill, Argus,
Uh-huh.
but everyone else basically agrees that the craftable legend from Village Vendor or Sporelight Lantern is going to be very strong. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Gamma.
the reason I did get Master of the Mill a little bit cheaper than the other two.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I was one of those that sold Master of the Mill pretty cheap. I don't know what price it is right now, but I sold it around 350, $3.50. And
I
now
might
that,
have bought it.
yeah, you might have been the one that
That was
bought it.
around
Yeah. I was just
around where I bought at.
okay. Yeah, I was just trying to dump them. I figured, more packs would come in, even though they're craftable. I don't know. I mean, this was a new meta, so that brings us to our next topic. What did you think about the new I guess, mechanics of this expansion set, the craft to get legendaries and the whole experiment.
So the big pet peeve I have for this experiment is they made changes to the procedure 3 hours before packs went on sale. That just looks absolutely unprepared.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of a cardinal sin. You come out with a plan, you stick to the plan, you come out with a good plan, and you're able to back up the plan. They claim that there were some issues, bugs related to the forge,
Hmm.
and if that's the case, there's nothing wrong with delaying the launch. It's not fun to delay the launch. We've been a very patient bunch, anyways. So push everything back 1 week, get everything fixed, running smoothly on launch date, because this is one of the biggest moments GU has had in a while in terms of their ability to generate revenue. I mean, we're thinking of Winter Wonderlands and Light's Verdict to a lesser degree, but they are really doing a profitable job so far, I would have to say.
Yeah, two things you said there, I agree. First one about this being more successful. I myself didn't buy. I usually don't buy packs. I like to earn them and also buy singles through previous expansions. With Winter Wonderlands and Light's Verdict, I didn't buy any packs. Part of it was I didn't like the way Light's Verdict was executed, but for this one, I actually FOMO'd and bought packs. I used up the gods that I've been earning and saving, and used that to buy some packs. So that's why I was telling you I was able to sell some Master of the Mills. So yeah, I think in terms of the profitability or appeal of the set, it's definitely there. And I do agree with you with the crafting changes. I thought it was weird that the buyer's guide was published a week or two in advance, and all of a sudden, an hour or two before launch, it was like, oh, by the way, this is changing. So yeah, that's definitely I agree. There's definitely different ways people could have handled that. Delaying is one of them that you brought up.
Yeah, it can feel really bad for people who did their homework the night before, put a lot of thought into how many cards they're going to buy. This is a very large investment for a lot of people. So their math completely got changed a couple hours before the event. And if you were not in the Discord and you were not alert or in other people's streams, you probably didn't hear about it. And that could be really tough.
Yep, definitely. All right. So you mentioned you ended up having issues with buying packs and forging with your wallet. You purchased through the secondary market. Just question. So what did you think of the secondary market activity in relation to the whole appeal of the set, but also with the crafting challenges?
Yeah, it's very interesting what they're going for. They're trying to get people to be a lot more active, and I personally am less excited about crafting cards for your chance at a lottery at a pack. But other people are very excited about this. If it gets more people excited to craft them, reduces the supply, increases the value for all of us. I think that's a win-win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're attempting um, to address one of the concerns that the player base has, right? Which is we don't have the huge player base yet, so a lot of our cards are sitting there unwanted. You might get a small burst of people crafting to get shinied up, but really, the return of investment on those shiny cards versus call it the daily play to earn is not there. So really, you're shining up just for cosmetic or personal enjoyment. So I think this is an attempt towards moving to a place where there's incentive to burn cards and get something from it. So as they said, it's an experiment. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think generally it's a good thing to experiment moving forward. This obviously doesn't have to be the standard moving forward. The only thing that I find a little bit awkward is talking about forging random cards into different cards. It's going to be hard to explain to newer players in the future. I know that they're going to lock after around a month or so, but to explain if this is a regular thing, then it is a little bit confusing initially. Even I was confused, and I've been here forever. I'm ancient.
Yeah, yeah, you're definitely one of the grandfathers. Same thing with me. I didn't really understand the whole forging thing. I know Suli made a like a before there was a graphic, he made like a chart, and then I actually made a video with Mirage, and Mirage was the one that kind of explained to me how it worked. So it was something new, definitely. It's I think it's nice. I don't know how. Yeah, I know you've played different NFT games before, Muse. It's kind of like breeding, right? You're combining these five elements and you're coming up with something new. So in my mind, it's almost like breeding.
Is that something we want to be doing though?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. At this point, it's looking like it's working, but we'll see how this plays out. We could end up in a position where there's not enough epics for later players. The legendaries are locked, right? You can't there's because the crafting event's over, so there's limited legendaries. So that could be a problem, or it could be the opposite. They see this as a success. They start reprinting previous mini sets, and now everybody's like, wait a minute, I thought these were exclusive cards, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So, moving on to our next topic here, with the Band of the Wolf. I know, like you said, you've kind of experimented a little bit with some of the decks. I know you made your infamous video on YouTube with the tier list of the Band of the Wolf. So, just kind of on a high level, what's your predictions for weekend rank? Like, what archetype or what deck do you think will do well? What do you think?
I think that the top decks this weekend are going to be very similar to the top decks last weekend. I don't think that people have enough time to craft the perfect theory craft utilizing the new cards effectively. I know today I failed, disastrously. So we might be seeing some control war, aggro war stuff being very, very effective this weekend ranked. I think typically the first week of the expansion comes out, you come out with your bread and butter, what you have been winning with, and you've got a good chance. That would be my advice.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially since the set just dropped again a little over 24 hours ago. Weekend ranks about to start in a few hours. So you're right. I think there's not enough time for people, and people probably have finished up their experimenting and they're ready to just, like you said, get the wins, especially since it's a higher stake weekend ranked. You're able to win some of the Band of the Wolf expansion packs. So you're probably 100% correct that there will be top tier decks this weekend. Not much experimentation.
Yeah, I think that's will quickly change. I think the weekend 2 weeks from now is going to be the fun one because everyone's going to get their well, not everyone, but most of the people who are going to get their craftable legendaries, they're going to get them for next weekend. This weekend, it's up in the air whether or not they'll be a factor of all. Like we've mentioned before, currently we don't have them, so we cannot bank on those. So that's six potentially high impact cards that haven't even entered the game yet. But I think for next week we're going to be seeing some pretty nasty stuff related to some of those.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to get those fairly quickly, but it does look like we haven't received any of the craftable legendaries yet.
Yeah, the first update I saw was 24 hours. Then the second update I saw was 48 hours, and then every 24 hours afterwards. That's unofficial word. Obviously, you don't have your cards until you've received them.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see there.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's wrap this up a little bit. What's coming up for you? I know you're right now immediately. You said you're gonna try to grind back to Mythic, but anything going on for you content wise, or maybe even just esports or GU related?
Yeah, I mean, content wise, I will be playing weekend ranked tomorrow on delay. My first weekend ranked on delay in a long time. I plan to get back to Mythic tonight and then be ready to go there. This weekend, I plan to finish my tournament post mortem for the year of the. Wait a minute, it's the Trial for Lysander
Four.
event
Four?
number 4
Yeah,
exactly.
you went
I
deep on
made
that
the
one.
final four of that tournament, and whenever we make the final four, we show the last two matches, whether or not they're the championship and the semifinal, or the semifinal and third place game. So deep analysis into those two matches, trying to see how we could have done a little bit better. That's what's coming up for me this weekend. How about yourself?
Same thing. I was actually gonna take it easy and not worry about grinding back up. But now that you've kind of reminded me and got me hyped, I might play a little bit more GU to see if I could make a last push. So I guess let's talk about that. So this grind to Mythic that you're gonna do tonight, are you just using like aggro deception, aggro war? What are you planning to do?
Yeah, Aggro War is my pet deck. I went
Okay.
from Art Gold to Mythic in 4 hours with Aggro War when I tilted, and yes, I had a recent derank to Art Gold. But yeah, Aggro War is going to be my bread and butter. Fast matches, win or lose, helps me get the most number of games in, and usually I have a pretty good win rate with it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'll probably be bouncing around that or hit and rush deception, but we'll see. I don't quite have the stamina of you younger kids, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to grind that to mythic. All right. Uh, Anything else, Muse?
No, I think that everyone who's going to be watching this video is excited to hear back from you. It's been a couple of minutes since I've had a professor YouTube exclusive interview type of thing in my feed, so it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you taking the time. For those of you listening, watching this video, Fake News has volunteered to join me in this experiment. So we're looking to do a short conversational video recording regularly. We'll see how that goes, but that's the plan. Just a couple of guys talking about what's going on with GU at a high level, not really going into too many details, but we'll see where it takes us. So again, thank you very much, Fake News. Appreciate your time and your opinions. I am going to drop all your socials in the video description. I'm sure everyone already knows you, but for those that want the official social links of Fake News, it'll be in the description. All right, Fake News. Thank you again, and good luck on your grind to Mythic tonight.
Roll Tide!
Roll Tide.